Hey everyone, and welcome to Isms by Josie. Today we're going to be doing a subscriber request, remaking my very first ever polygel set for my returning subscribers. Thank you so much for tuning in. And for my new viewers, please consider subscribing, share, hit that like button, leave a comment below, and click on that notification bell for future videos. So I started off by doing a prep on my nails, and I'm putting one coat of nail dehydrator and one coat of acid-free primer. So I thought that I would use my Model 1's polygel today, and I do find it to be very soft in consistency. I would preferably like it a lot firmer, but I I want to have to use everything that I do have, so I am going to be using Model 1s today. It didn't come out bad at all, so just for repetitive purposes, I'm just going to show you two nails, my thumbnail and my ring nail. And the rest of the nails are going to pretty much have the same design, so it's not going to be such a lengthy video. Thank goodness, because I'm like actually not speaking very well today for some reason. So again, this is a subscriber request. This has been requested by Timmers. She does drawing, gaming, edits, and more. Check her out. So the idea was remaking my first set ever. If you go on my channel and scroll down to the videos, my first set, I guess, ever, like official set, I think would be the French tip. But looking through my Google photos, I have an album for just my nails. I scrolled all the way to the beginning, and my first set was just a clear set, which I've already done. So the next set was my red bottom Christian Louboutins, and I said, okay, that's the one that I'm going to do, because they were a little well, they were a lot shorter actually than the one that I am doing today. And so I thought it'd be really nice to recreate this set. So thank you, Timmers, for the suggestion. So anybody else that would have a suggestion for me, you can leave in the comments below, or I do have an email in my bio. It's Dexter1228813. I use my cat as my email. But anyway, so after I had put the first layer of this Model 1's polygel down, I like to have my nails pretty thin, so it's okay if you have it like a little too thin, because you can go back in, as you see me doing here, and just build up the nail as you need it. And I'd prefer doing that as opposed to putting too much polygel, because I find it easier just to add more than to have to file off more, if that makes sense. So I'm pretty excited about this set, actually. So the challenge that I found here this week is you'd think that redoing a set that you've previously done was easy, but there are things that I wanted to correct from the last set. If you saw in the photo, the nails were shorter, so the longer nail would be harder to do. And my technique was definitely a lot sloppier when I first tried polygel out. So the nails were pretty thick, and like as you see, I'm doing the red bottom now. It looks fairly smooth underneath, which I am totally loving. And it wasn't in the first set I did. So I'm finding this technique of putting the red bottom first the easier way to go if you do a colored under tip in your nail design. And you can easily clean up, as you saw there. I took some nail cleanser and just wiped the sides off so that I can lay over this black gel polish over it, and it ends up coming pretty crisp, the transition between the red and the black. So I didn't do that in the previous in the first set, so the transition was a little wobbly and not as crisp. So for the ring nail, I'm going to make as my accent nail, and just playing around, I put down this silver cat's eye gel, thinking that I wasn't too sure how I was going to put my rhinestones on there. So I said, oh, just in case, let me put some of this cat's eye, and then I'm putting on top of that some of the hollow glitter. So after I had cured that and nail cleansed the sticky layer, I'm putting some rhinestone glue, and I thought I picked the same charm that I used in the first set, but this one is a diamond shape, and the one that I did in my first set was like I guess an oval shape with pointy ends. I don't know what shape that is. It's slipping my mind at the moment. So I gave that a cure just to keep that in place. I know when I did the first set, I put gummy jelly and shiny over the whole thing. So I definitely didn't have my ratios back then. So the rhinestones and the charm were moving around, and I've been, I was chasing around rhinestones. It was a mess, but this is actually sped up, but this is real. So now that I have more control over my rhinestone glue, and I put some top coat over that, I'm putting this row of rhinestones just to start with my border, and then I'm going to be filling in the I guess bare spaces. But since I don't want these to roll around, I did one side, give it a cure, and now I'm doing the other side. I'm going to put down the row of rhinestones on this side, and I'm going to give that a cure. And so that was the other technique that I wanted to perfect on now that I've been doing a ton of rhinestone designs, is that it's okay to do it in pieces, and you definitely need to get the ratios down from the rhinestone glue with the top coat over it, because you don't want to be chasing rhinestones all over your nail trying to keep them in place while you're putting the other pieces down. So I feel a lot more confident laying down this design than I did the first one ever. So far so good. Everything is looking nice and crisp, and my rhinestone placements are pretty perfect, or at least perfect enough. So I try to eyeball symmetry, and so that I can do intricate designs that just look pleasant. So in the past, I've not been able to like lay this down right down the middle, and I still have issues doing that sometimes presently. But I'm taking some of these larger rhinestones, and I'm placing it down the middle, or at least up the middle of my nail, just to give it some variation in stones. And then I'm just going to fill in everything else with different sized circle rhinestones. And this is by far, as you know, my favorite part. I love placing down rhinestones. I love how it looks, but I love filling up a whole nail with the rhinestone, because for me, it's like a piece of puzzle, a puzzle piece, because you want to get the right rhinestone to fit in the right spot. I had my caviar beads out, as you see on the top there, thinking that I was going to use it, but because there were too many gaps in between the rhinestones, and they weren't as symmetrical as I've made this seam, adding the rhinestones would have thrown it off and not really do much to the formation of the rhinestones. So you kind of got to gauge yourself what is too much. I feel like if I did place caviar beads in between each rhinestone, it just wouldn't have looked that great. So I'm glad I didn't. That would be extra work anyway. But I really like how I used all the different size and shaped rhinestones, and I was able to fill in with the smaller sized rhinestones. So this is a fairly, I mean, at least from how long that I've been doing this, I couldn't tell you. Let me check. Hold on. It was July 8th, 2018. So, that wasn't that long ago. That was, well, yeah, it was. It was like 4 years. Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, definitely more confident now because that was 4 years of practicing, doing many, many designs as you have seen on my channel. So you can tell the difference. I think maybe I'll post a side to side so that you can see the difference between my first set and the finished product. So I'm just putting on a top coat for the black nails, so that would be like the shoe part of the nail, and the underside are the red bottoms. I'm putting some cuticle oil now, um, and I'll show you the end result and hopefully stop stuttering all over the place. But here is the end result. These are just simply gorgeous. I love, love, love the rhinestone accent nail. I definitely have upped my game since the first set I've ever done. And here's a close-up of my Christian Louboutin. So chic, so smooth. These nails are just too perfect. I'm so excited for these. And I did filing to make them perfect, but I didn't show them in film. This is the set here. And I hope you can kind of see that with the side photos, because they're so big I can't fit the photos too. But I love these. These are so deadly the way it should be. So there you have it. This is Isms by Josie. Please share, like, and subscribe for future videos. Thank you so much, Timmers, for this nail suggestion. I'm always down for nail suggestions. I'll see you again next time. Thanks. Bye.